beauties, welcome back. If you have never been to my channel, then welcome. And today we're going to be talking the Covergirl Clean Fresh Powder. It's vegan, it's cruelty free. I have mine in the color porcelain. It does come with a little puff that actually I never really use, but this one seems to be okay. It feels nice and soft. So this retails for $8.98 at walmart.com or in your local Walmart. I'm sure drugstores like CVS, Walgreens might be a little bit more like usual, but I got mine from Walmart and it was $8.98. I do have two shades. This one is porcelain, number 110. I don't know if you can see that. If I'm looking down, I'm looking at my laptop just so I can give you all the little info. It says this is a clean fresh powder, is talc free, and is formulated with aloe vera to help absorb oil and deliver fresh, natural looking skin. It is 100% vegan. The pressed powder makes pores less visible, which totally agree with. I have large pores and they almost disappeared them. So it says, so skin looks fresh and smooth with the included vegan foam puff. So that's pretty cool that the puff is also vegan. Reduces shine, adapts to skin, shine control powder, perfects and evens out skin tone for natural looking glow. Lightweight pressed powder with buildable coverage and does not cake. Vegan formula, cruelty free. So pretty cool. It's pretty packaging, little pink disc here. Like I said, it comes with a little puff. I did not use that today, but we'll probably use this, like put this in my purse because it does fit right on top of here. So I'm probably just stick this in my purse for touch-ups or when I'm on the go. But yeah, if you want to see how I applied this, how it went on, how it looks, then yeah, continue to keep on watching. So hey guys, jumping right in, I always use this Proactive T-Zone oil absorber when I use any powder foundation or just going to use powder on my face instead of liquid foundation. And going in with the dose of colors in the shade 003. Putting this on first because you don't want to put concealer over powder. Well, I never do, but I don't recommend it. It'll look patchy and weird. This is the medium size elf sponge. It came in a little trio. There is a small, medium, and large, and this is the medium. And just go ahead and we're going to put that under the eyes as usual. You don't have to use concealer with this powder because the powder actually does conceal dark circles and stuff like that under your eyes. But I had a few errands to run today, so just wanted to be a little extra. But just doing the same thing on both eyes. And yes, it's going to look a little weird because I have no foundation on. Literally, I only have my primer, which was the oil absorber. So I'm going to go in with that Covergirl Fresh powder that we're going to use all over the face and just set under the eye with that same little elf sponge. And this is what we're going to be using today as powder foundation, which is fantastic. And if you don't always prefer powder foundation, or if you have like dry to normal skin, I just would suggest that you moisturize really well. I have oil to combo skin, so it doesn't look dry or anything like that on me personally. And gonna go in with this Real Techniques, and this is the powder sponge. I did damp it and then wring it out with a towel, so even though it is damp, it's not wet, if you know what I mean. But I am just applying that powder all over my face with that sponge, and that sponge is meant for powder. So, and even though that it's damp, it feels dry on the face. If you haven't tried it, you should. It's nice, but you see a difference already with the powder. Like just going in and putting that all over the face like I would do any other powder foundation. And as you can see, it's giving me pretty good coverage to be just a powder. And I do always use a oil absorber in the T-zone when I use powder, just because even though it's just powder, it seems to me that I get a little bit more oily faster just using powder. So just a little side note, that's just what I personally do. But if you're like dry to normal skin, you probably wouldn't need that. But just swiping this all over the face like I would do any other powder foundation, my Bare Minerals or my Makeup Forever. I do love just powder foundations some days. I don't always want to put a full face of liquid foundation on my face. And then I'm going to go in with that same powder, but this time using a powder foundation brush just to buff that all in. Anytime that I do use powder foundation, I do use both a sponge and a brush. And then now just going in like I would normally do, since our base is down, and putting some bronzer in the hollows of my cheeks. And that is the Milani Silk Matte Bronzer, one of my favorites. It does smell like coconut, but it's not strong, it's lightly scented. But just doing the normal, putting it around the perimeter of my face, my forehead, the hollows of my cheeks, my jawbone, just the usual. So just applying that everywhere. And everything went on top of this powder like butter. Like it just slid on top. There was no tugging or pulling or anything like that. So if you're like in a rush or just don't want to put on liquid, like some days I literally just don't want to put liquid on my face. It's faster, to me anyway. It's easier. Especially if I'm just like running out or just going to work. And as you can see, this color Porcelain matches my skin perfectly. Going in with this Essence blush. It's in the color number 10. And then moving on to this Makeup Revolution. This is in the color Just My Type. I'm just going to highlight where I would normally highlight. Cheekbones, temples, forehead, Cupid's bow, some more cheekbone. Want an extra glow today. And then just really fast doing my brows. That is a LA Girl brow pencil, and it is in the color Blonde. And it is a little warm tone for my liking, but it's okay. And as you can see, that powder looks just like my skin. It doesn't look makeup-y or anything. And then moving on, going into the ColourPop Blush Crush palette, and that first shade right there. Just going to put this all over the lid. I'm not going to do too much shadow today. Keep it simple. Not doing too much today, so same thing with the other eye. Just putting that all over the lid, and then going in with this peach shade from the same palette and just running that through to give me, running that through the crease of my eye just to give me some dimension to my eyes. And then taking my finger with that pink shimmery shade that I just showed and using that on the lid. And then going in with my e.l.f. Fine Mist setting spray and just drenching my face, because when you use a powder, it can look a little powdery. So when you use a setting spray, it literally just melts that powder into your skin and makes it look like your skin. Moving on to lips, going in with the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner, and I believe this is in the color Violet Smoke. Yes. So just lining my lips with that. Like I said, this not a glam look or a big makeup day, and this is something, it's a little sample of this Dior eyelash primer. It's like white, and I usually don't use any eyelash primers. I don't see a big difference in using them. But since it was a sample, I figured I would give it a go today, and actually did not like it. Didn't do anything. I mean, honestly, didn't do anything. This is the Fenty Beauty Gloss, and that is in the color Sweet Mouth. Just going to put this on the lips today. This is one of my favorite lip glosses. It's not sticky. Going in with the Tarte Big Eagle mascara. I love this mascara. It does have a natural bristle brush, and I noticed once I put that Dior like lash primer on, it made my lashes a little bit crunchy, which I didn't like. But like I said, it was a free sample, so tried it out. But ended up being not for me. And this mascara here does not make my lashes crunchy, so I know that it was that Dior. So won't be using that again. And it's hard for me with this brush actually to do my bottom lashes, but we made it work today. And then there you have it. There's just powder on my face. So powder foundation look. I love this powder.